exciting day. Isn't it an exciting day today, Steve?
It sure was an exciting day. It was the day that one of our nieces got engaged. That was exciting.
It brings back memories of our engagement.
It sure does. It sure does. Whenever you hear anyone getting engaged, it always brings back the memories of when you proposed or was proposed to.
So now that we've been married over 3 decades, what kind of advice do you think we should give? And also, I had a second niece get engaged in the fall. We're so happy for her too. And a third niece who may be getting engaged soon.
Wow.
It's the time.
Yes, it sure is.
So being married 3 decades, we have lots of advice, don't we?
We sure do. I mean, there's a lot of ups and downs, and you learn a lot in 3 decades.
You're married for better or worse, not just for better.
That's right, better or worse.
So I think the biggest thing in marriage is communication.
Absolutely.
Because you do come from 2 different backgrounds and 2 different family styles and 2 different thought processes. So I think there might be some miscommunications. And one communication style that we use is our whiteboard. Isn't that one of the most important things?
Yes, it is.
Tell them about the whiteboard.
So the whiteboard is a board that's in our kitchen that has communication on it as to what we have to get done.
Well, all kinds of fun
goals,
things.
Objectives, fun things.
Activities.
It just has everything on it that each of us have to contribute to get completed.
Well, if we find out we have a fun day because Steve often doesn't know, he doesn't know when he's off. All of a sudden he's off. You're off. We go to the fun board. What can we do today?
Yeah, we have stuff that we can do. We can pick from the fun board.
The thing about fun activities is we had to have activities that are fun for both of us. We had to have common interests. That was the first thing. A lot of married people we see don't have common interests. And as they get older and maybe retire and have all day, if you don't want to do the same things, you're not going to grow together. You're going to grow apart.
And that could be a problem.
Right. So what are some of our common?
So common interests we have is we like to hike.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I mean, we like to go out into the wide open wilderness and hike up a mountain and enjoy the walk. Even our walks, we enjoy walks too. So, there's a few things that can be done there. We enjoy yard work.
Oh, yeah, we love doing yard work together, especially in July in Atlanta.
Yeah, not the bad stuff, but, the landscaping part of it. So, I mean, we have quite a few things that we enjoy travel.
Well, home projects. We also do home projects, indoor, outdoor, anything we want to do. Painting all those rooms.
Right,
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, and you can see the videos. Don't forget, subscribe and hit notification. And you can watch those videos too.
Of us painting our office that we now share. We never shared an office. That's another.
Yeah, oh yeah. We share an office and it's painted a beautiful orange burnt kind of color.
Not Tennessee orange.
No, not Tennessee orange, but
bright
it's kind of like
orange.
Yeah,
bright blinding orange.
It's a nice color.
And compromise. Steve picked the color. Compromise.
So you do have to find common interests, and that is basically what you're going to build a relationship on. Is there should be common interests. We also like to travel, and I think that was something in the very beginning, that we both enjoyed. Like on our honeymoon, we did some traveling, and I think Sue enjoyed it as I enjoyed it.
Well, what's ironic is I tried to join the Air Force after college, and couldn't pass the physical, which was odd, but because I had a concussion as a baby, I automatically did not pass the physical. But I wanted to join the Air Force because I wanted to travel and see the world.
Right.
And I didn't get to quite see the world with Steve, but we did move about 16 times, I think, in our marriage.
Yeah, and that's not an exaggeration. We did move about 16 times.
So it's ironic that even though I didn't get in the Air Force, I still moved like I was in the Air Force.
Exactly, like you were in the military. And I traveled a lot as a kid. With my parents, they traveled every summer for 6 weeks, and it was exciting, and I got to see a lot of places that I never would, and places that I brought onto my family and travel to, and wanted them to have the same type of experience I had.
So tradition, you're talking traditions, what you did
tradition.
growing up, you might bring that, you might bring that into your new family, right?
Exactly. And that's, it's interesting because we had somewhat of commonality from our fathers and our parents, and growing up wasn't real common.
Well, we didn't have a lot of traditions. So
Right.
other things we have in common is our dog. We love dogs.
We love dogs. Yeah, we do love dogs. Our dog is everything. Sierra, she's...
I'm not sure about everything, but she keeps us healthy walking every day.
Yeah, she forces us to walk every day.
So if one of you likes dogs and one of you likes cats.
Yeah, well, you're going to have a house full of pets.
Or you may not get along.
Yeah, different personalities. But then opposites attract. I mean, in so many ways, we are opposites.
But our true values are aligned. If they weren't, we couldn't deal with the opposites.
Exactly.
So other hobbies. We love movies, and we always enjoyed going. Now it's not as pleasurable because, I don't know, since the pandemic, it hasn't been quite as nice. And there's so much you could stream at home, so we don't do that as often. But we do watch a lot of movies, don't we?
We sure do.
And we set goals together for retiring one day.
One day, yes. One day we are going to retire, and we want to travel more when we retire, and so the commonality continues.
And also, our biggest thing that we've been doing together is
YouTube.
Our channel.
That is a big thing. Our channel is a joint loved project, and so we were in this together.
And it's a gift to our grandson.
Right. Exactly.
We started this for our grandson so that he can look back at us, right?
It's a legacy.
That's right. So he could say, those are my grandparents. When he goes to kindergarten, he's going to say, my grandparents have a YouTube channel.
He's going to say, I have the coolest grandparents when he's in kindergarten.
That's right. How many other kindergartners' grandparents have a YouTube channel?
That's right. That's
Probably
right.
not a lot, huh? The importance of staying married is been liking each other first.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of important aspects of staying married, but really, you have to cover all of what we just talked about, and more. But you really have to respect each other. You have to respect each other. You have to be patient with each other. You have to be understanding. Okay, it's not a one and done kind of thing.
But communication, if you don't understand, I always ask Steve to clarify what he's saying, because even though I know what the word means, we sometimes use it with a different meaning or not quite the same thing. So I'm always saying, okay, what does that word mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing, to ask for clarification. I mean, I think that really helps.
Yeah, because when you don't, that's when those communication problems come along. He said this, but I interpreted it as a different meaning. So that's when those communication problems come along. But if he says he forgot something and it's on the whiteboard, there's no excuse,
There's no excuse, yeah. There's no excuse. Your feet are going to be held to the fire. It's on the whiteboard. You should know it.
So we wish you the best of success in your long marriage like ours and your parents and your other aunts and uncles who've all been married for decades, right?
Yeah. Marriage is not an easy thing. You don't enter into it lightly, thinking, oh, well, I'll do this today. This is a lifetime.
And your grandparents were married 42 years before grandma got sick and passed away. So, that was part of the vows too. In sickness and in health.
Richer or poorer.
Yeah, we've been through those, right? We've been through those with the Great Recession and the pandemic.
Yes, exactly.
So yeah, I know when you get married, you tend to just look at the positives. We're going to be rich. We're going to be healthy. We're going to always have the fun we're having. You don't look at maybe the stages you're going to go through as you age. There's so many different stages.
Well, there are so many different stages, and compromise is also a key too.
And being flexible to change together and get
exactly.
those new hobbies that you both are interested in.
Exactly. When we first got married, never would have imagined that we would have went through what we went through over these last 3 decades.
No, you couldn't predict. I never predicted the pandemic, never saw that coming.
Well, even beside that, I mean, just the relationship, the building of the relationship, and, you know, the things that would affect the relationship to try and break it down. You never think of any of that stuff. Well, what if? What if this happens? What's going to happen in this relationship? What if this happens? What's going to happen? You never think about that deeply into it, you know,
Well,
and it just happens. Life just happens.
I mean, maybe it's our imagination, but it feels like life has changed more rapidly in the last 5 years than it has in our entire marriage. Which I don't know.
In the beginning, it was just fast and furious. You know,
Well, you're
it was
busy,
just
you're both
go,
working,
go, go.
working with careers, having children, buying your house, paying the bills,
Yep.
going on that wheel,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You don't really have time to stop and think and reflect.
Yeah, it's work, 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 and it's, you know, a couple days off during the week and on the weekend, and then it's back to work, 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 and that goes on.
And then all of a sudden you're
for
close
years.
to retirement. You're like, where did all that time go? Where did all those years go?
Exactly. Because you know something, this is the real thing. This isn't a test. It's not a test run. This is the real thing. You get one chance at it.
So enjoy your married life. Make the most of it. Always, always, always keep in touch with your Aunt Sue and your Uncle Steve.
That's right. That's right.
Family's important. Family's number one.
Family first. That's what everybody says. Family first.
We're so proud of you. We're so happy for you.
Yes, you've done so much in your life so far, and there's a lot more to come. And we love you.
Take it easy.